Yeah, yeah. The world is yours, nigga. Every day is a win, nigga. Even when you lose, it's a lesson, eh?
All right, you guys. On today's episode of Brahamid Speaks, most people are living a life they didn't choose. Most people are living a life they didn't choose. They didn't sit down and decide it. They fell into it. The job, the habits, the relationships, even the way they think. And then one day, they look up and wonder how they got there. So today, we're talking about it. Why people don't actually choose their lives and what it really takes to take control of it. This is Brahamid Speaks, game passed down. Let's get into it. All right, brother Brahamid, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Warm, nice weather today in LA.
You know what I mean?
Can't complain out here.
That good old Easter Sunday.
Easter, well, no, I don't really celebrate that shit, but let's go ahead.
I feel it. So let's be real. Most people aren't living intentionally, right?
Hell no.
Mm.
They're not living intentional because it's work. Living intentional means you're going to have to put in a little bit of work. Is that the only question you had today?
So what you're saying is people don't choose their life, they just react to it?
Yeah, you react to it because, man, I'm going to have to keep going back to, you were reacting to life from the time you were born because you're not understanding what's really going on, right? So to be intentional takes a person who's going to have to become aware of where they're at and where they want to go. There's a lot entailed with this thing called life here. It's a lot that it comes with that our brain is not going to be able to grasp everything that we need to do or we should be doing because we're all over the place. And one can only find themselves when they go looking for themselves. People, you got to go looking for yourself.
So they're not in control. They're just moving based off what's happening.
You humans have never truly been in control because of all the obstacles that are in front of them.
Okay. And
stumbling blocks that can also occur too with the stuff you have to do. To be in control is one tough things to get a hold of, and the only way again you can ever really come close then, because it's everyday work. This is going to be everyday work to try to get oneself to keep on ticking, right? Because we got shit to do, but man, we don't want to do half of it. We just don't. We don't want to do it. We think we don't have enough time. We think that we are going to do it tomorrow. We think that we are going to do it next week, but most likely you're not. You're going to just waste the whole day away thinking about all the stuff that's going on only in your head. But the work part is the hard part, that you actually making it happen. The time, I always tell you, if you can kind of 24 hours, right? I'm gonna give you 8 hours of sleep, right? And now what are you doing with all them other hours? Exactly. So that's where you have to look and see how you can fit what you're supposed to be doing in those hours when you're not asleep. And it's going to entail work.
Okay. So how do people end up living a life they didn't choose?
Your home is, again, it's the cornerstone of everything. Of course, we know this.
Yeah.
That you're going to need to be taught certain things, and it starts at home. And then even if you get taught at home and you get pushed out into the world, we have covered this, right? You get pushed out into the world, you're encountering some things that are going to need for you to pay attention. But we don't want to pay attention. We want to travel, we want to have fun, we want to go see the sports, we want to go to a concert. We don't want to think about the serious thing about life, the serious stuff that's gonna heal us sometimes, that's gonna make us rich, that's gonna move us ahead, way ahead. So it's a slow process that humans, the brain just don't process that fast. It takes time to kind of develop, and even when it's getting developed, if you're not focused on the right things, you can be pushed aside so fast. And the reason why I always say stay the course, if you're given the blueprint and the know-how, are you going to follow it though? And most likely, I'm going to bet, because I'm smart enough to know that the majority of people are just not going to do it. We're just not made like that. You would hope that we are, but we're just not made like that.
So people are copying what they see, not creating their own path.
Yeah, you always copy what you see. If you see laziness at home, you're gonna be lazy. If you see you eating hot chips, everybody gonna eat hot chips. If you see a person waking up late every day and the room is not clean, you're gonna wake up every day and the room is not clean. So it's transferred over into your adulthood of what you know somebody's going to be like. Is a copy, and then you go to work, and then it's a slow drain of just the way we live. Life is a drain. It's draining you as you age too. Age is draining you, and the thing that's happening to you is also draining you. And to get on the right track to fix some of these things, you just won't.
So it's not that they're lost, they never decided in the first place.
Yeah, and if you don't decide, you're gonna be lost. Right? You're gonna be lost if you don't decide. And that's, you see, we haven't even started there yet. We ain't even started at the decision yet to say that, okay, I'm gonna try this new thing, right? A guitar, a course, or whatever, right? Like I used to go, and I'm gonna do it now. I said I was gonna put myself out there on a challenge, and I'd always said, if you have not accomplished it or started it in 3 months, I know for sure you wasn't trying, right? So I've decided that I was gonna put myself out there again and go out and date again to see if I could put my old theory when I was a young man to work again. So I'm gonna go back out and pull out my suitcase with my regala that I used to wear back in the day, my 8-piece suit, and I'm gonna go out and see if I could score again. Because it takes a person to say they're gonna do it, and then they actually go and do it.
Well, speaking of that, so what keeps people stuck in that same life?
You don't go looking for a new life. And what you see and what you hear and what you're being told that you can't do really hurts the ego. And you got to have a little bit of ego sometimes. I don't want you to be completely egotistical, but you got to go out there and say, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm gonna go and challenge myself. I'm gonna go and challenge myself. Forget what anybody think of me. Forget what anybody say of me. This is something that I said I was gonna do, and I was gonna prove to myself that I am capable. Because I have to put myself to the challenge. You got to challenge yourself. So this is where I'm at. I'm about to challenge myself again, and I'm gonna put myself out there so that I could see if I have acquired those skills for real. All over again. I'm coming out of retirement then.
So do you feel, is it fear or is it comfort?
It's both. It's both, because as you're trying to come out of your comfort, you're going to be fearful. You understand what I mean? Because it's an unknown. It's an unknown to get a no. It's an unknown to get a look. It's an unknown to even to speak. It's an unknown to be calm while you're speaking. Everything you're about to do, once you go and you decided that I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be fear written all over your face. But the more you do it, the more the fear will start to retreat. And it's going to keep going back, and it's going to start to get behind you because it's in front of you now. The fear is in front of you now. Every time you make an attempt, it's going to be in front of you. But then soon you're going to start to push it behind you to where you don't even think about it. You're just going to act.
Okay.
And the outcome is just going to be the outcome. And you just going to have to live with it.
Okay. So they know something is off, but they don't change it.
Oh, yeah. That's in everything we do. In the way, if you're overweight, for instance, again, I'm going back to you don't love yourself. If you're scared of something, if you want to learn how to do something, you're gonna have to put yourself out there. You gotta jump in.
Okay.
You gotta take the leap, and once you take the leap, now it begins. Now remember, it starts once you take the leap. So now once you're in there, are you going to stay there and fight through it with all the blows that are going to be coming your way?
Okay.
Because you're going to be tested. And you're going to be tested every day, every time, every interaction, everywhere you go. So how are you going to pull out of it? That is the question. But again, most people will retreat and go back under the rock, never to be seen, under the sycamore tree, never to be seen again.
I feel that, man. So does this affect who people choose to be with?
Oh, of course. Yeah, it does. Again. And the only reason why is because we like what's closest to us. That's why. Again, we don't go seeking. We don't go seeking help. We don't go seek knowledge. We don't go seek a friend. We don't go seek a guru. We don't go seek God. We don't go seek, change. We just don't. We have become comfortable. We always have been now. Again, it's not new. I'm not talking about nothing new. This is just how the humans have always reacted to any situation. There's a large group of people who just go through life, and it's okay. Like I said, it's okay. But just enjoy your life, though. But some people just go through life not really going to accomplish much. Just a simple old person. They're not really going to go out there and be adventurous. And it's the only way. It's the only way to truly find yourself. I get why the olden days was such a treat in my eyes, because I was adventurous. I see why they were always leaving the family and went somewhere to go find themselves, as one would say. To go and find themselves in a whole new world, not the one that you grew up in, because that's too comfortable. So until then, you're not gonna understand anything.
So people don't just fall into careers; they fall into relationships too.
Yeah, they fall into careers and you fall into relationship, but you are really supposed to be staying though when you fall into these things. Jumping ship is not good. You don't want to keep jumping ship. You don't want to jump ship from where you move to. And move somewhere else, and then move here and move here. You don't want to jump in ship that you found a company. You did your due diligence, as they would say, and let's say it's just a decent job. It's close by, and stay there, stick there. You don't want to be making the money and just squander it. Put some aside. There's something to be done in everything that we choose to. You don't want to have to stretch your pockets too much. When you have made these decisions, when you jump into a relationship, see if you could stay. Find out what it takes to stay. And I've already given you, men, how it could be done a little bit easier. Not saying you ain't gonna have problems, because some people just like to talk. Some people just want to have something to say. Some people just want to argue with you. But you can weed some of them out too, right? So you just gotta play the game.
So they're choosing partners based on where they are, not where they are going?
Oh yeah, always on where you are. Again, the first like starts early. The first puppy love, as they say. You know that puppy love thing, right? It's always some type of puppy love. The first puppy love is, of course, junior high, when you're around that age, and then high school. That's still considered puppy love. That's nothing, unless you stick it out though. If you stick it out to college, through college now and through, then you good. That would be considered your soulmate, somebody that you met early on. So You have to stay together. You have to stay in these places so that you can see the benefits later, if it still exists. I'm not saying to not be trying to improve on something else just in case. With the job, if the job fail, I'm not saying not to start a business or anything like that. You should, but stick it out. Hang in. If you can hang in there, it looks good when you hang in there.
Okay. What about money? Does this play in that too?
Playing
In the subject?
money?
Yeah.
Yeah, it plays in it. Money plays in it. Okay, again, remember, you're gonna have to wait, right? You're gonna have to wait for that vacation. So the money plays into it. The more you have set aside for later, now after you have made it through the storm and now you have a little cushion, now you could take the trips, right? You could take the little fun little trips further away. Because before that, I'm not saying you weren't supposed to be taking a trip into the next state or the next neighborhood that have something fun to do with your family. It doesn't have to be extravagant, is what I'm saying, as time is going by. You have to live in where you're at. You have to spend in like where you're at. If you just got married and y'all 25 and 30 and y'all just got married, you're not supposed to be squandering your money just yet. You got to wait till later to squander a little bit, because you want to be able to say, okay, where are we going? And you look at each other and you say, okay, we can go to the Bahamas now. Yes, blah, blah, blah. Book the ticket and you go. Because you got the money now to do it, right? But when you first starting out, you ain't got the money to even be thinking about that shit right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
there you have it.
So people aren't broke because of opportunity. They're just never built a plan, really.
Yeah, and most people won't plan. It's just, oh my God, it's the saddest thing ever. Most people heard about a plan or want to do a plan, or they gonna do a plan, or they did a plan, but then they didn't do the hardest part, is work the plan. That's the hardest part. We could do all of the stuff I just said, but working the plan, yeah, most folks are just not going to do it. They are not going to do it because there's some more lazy folks than people who want to get their life on track and keep it on track. It's not as easy as we make it seem, people. It's just not. I've seen it. I know it. I've lived it. I've unlived it. I've lived it again. You know what I mean? I am comfortable. I'm not rich. I am comfortable. I feel so comfortable that I don't worry then. Put it that way. That's how comfortable I am. I don't worry about stuff. I feel like I'm going to always be okay no matter where I go, no matter where I'm at. I always feel like I'm going to be okay. Why? Because I knew that this day would come. Only if. I knew this day would come. And I planned for it a little bit. I could have done a little more, yes. But it's just what normal people go through them. I'm a normal guy again. Normal as hell. Normal. I'm one of the most normal person you're going to meet. But I'm telling you how to make sure that you feel comfortable no matter where you're at, that you're going to be okay. Financially, spiritually, physically, and in your relationship. Are they great? No, my relationships are not great, but they're good. They're good enough for me because I'm at peace. I've made peace with myself a long time ago. And why? Because one day I won't be here. So I know this. This is what God told me. Nigga, you ain't gonna be here forever, so you better just enjoy this. This is your ride. This is your only ride. You can't put a quarter in and come back. So I'm good. And I just want y'all to be good with all the things I just told you about. You know, you're religious. You know, your spiritual self. You got to look for him. In your own way. I have my own thing. I don't go to church. I don't have to do none of that. In my own way. And I feel comfortable with it. In my physical, I still work out. I work out. I don't go to the gym. I don't try to overdo nothing. But I do something just about every day. Right? The relationship. I talk to you after I get over stuff, right? I'll still say hello. I'm not mean. I don't have no animosity towards anybody. You know what I'm saying? My finance have been secured a long time ago. for the lifestyle I have, right? I've been simple. I've been a simple guy. I'm very frugal still to this day. I don't need to be this frugal. I really don't need to be, but hey, it's just the way that I see. Because I'm okay. As long as I feed this belly right here, I'm good for the day. In this region, in this nice ass weather, I ain't got to worry about snow and all that bullshit, tornadoes and shit like that. I'm good. So I've covered all the stuff I'm talking about. I've covered it to where now, the way I feel and the way I think, I'm content, y'all.
So do you feel they're living day to day instead of building something?
Yeah, most people are not building shit. Most people are not building a damn thing, bro. They're going through this rough time right now, worrying about some of them what they gonna eat, where they gonna eat, because they have children, they have, you know, I still do, but again, that's a whole nother subject, right?
Yeah.
But they are being taken care of, and one should be taking care of himself, and he is. He's sitting here right now. He's taking care of himself. He okay. He can feed himself at least.
Yeah.
He really ain't under no true stress. You know, I'm not under any kind of stress like that, because I tried to make it as secure as I could with the unknown world that I had to deal with and learn everything on my own. It took me a little while a little too long to really get it, you know, on everything. And once you do, though, once you go in search of it, you're gonna find out that, hey, that's the way to live. You have to, if you cover those 4 things, you're gonna be all right.
So when do people usually realize they didn't choose their life?
Usually when you get old, after 50, you start to, well, earlier, but really after 50, if you didn't secure your spiritual belief, like your solid shit that ain't nobody gonna try to come change for you, right? I don't change the way that I think in my spiritual self. You can't come and tell me to join this or go with that or nothing. I have been content with the way that I live spiritually. You can't come and give me too much tips on finance, because I've chosen the way that I'm gonna go out, right? Financially. I've chosen how I'm gonna live. Lavish? Never. I've never been lavish like that. I don't need much, right? I've always been that way. Really, if I didn't have young kids, I would be on a farm somewhere. Let's put it that way, right? With some work. I know that would require work, but I can handle that, you know. And then I've always said to myself, I'm gonna always make sure that I'm never should be worried about my mid-region, my physique, the way that I eat. Even if I'm considered eating bad, I'm gonna eat what I want, but I'm not gonna overeat. Like I ate already, I'm not gonna eat again. That's it. I'm done. 8-pack. I have an 8-pack under here because I work out every day. I still work out every day. I don't let a day pass by. I try to do something, right? Because I'm trying to cover the four things I'm telling you, and the relationship. Especially right now, we've been doing this podcast now for 9 episodes, hanging out with my son. I see my sisters, right? We don't hang out like we used to because we grew up together. And it's normal shit, right? But I still hang out, no animosity towards my relationship. You know? Me and my baby mama is cool again, off again, on again. You know, but hey, she's happy, I'm happy. So our kids are happy. And like I said, those 4 things is what you're supposed to be working on every day. And you don't need to work on too much other stuff. Some of y'all gonna have to go to work though. I had to go to work 29 years in a row, okay, at the same company. You gotta stay so you can feel a part that, you know, that you're a part of something. I should have stayed with my ex-wife, or I should have stayed with my ex-baby mama and got married to her. Because you build history that way. And history is how we're supposed to live. Have a little bit of history so our kids could talk about, oh, I remember when mom and daddy were together. So that they could repeat it and do it again. But it didn't go that way for me. So I had to find another way. And the other way is, I'm good. I appreciate life.
Mm. So they wake up, but they're already deep into it.
Yeah, they're really deep. Sometimes we lose too many years again. Like I told you, we waste a lot of years. We waste a lot of years bitching. We waste a lot of years crying about things that we can't fix because we don't want to fix it anyway. Why I know we don't want to fix it? Because people never fix themselves. So they don't really want to fix all the trauma that they're going through. It's more fun and more easier to cry and whine and go hide under the covers, under the rock, under the sycamore tree, and just not make an attempt at all. It's okay. I'm okay in my skin, right? And it's okay. Like I said, it's your life. You can live that way if you want to. That's fine. You know, so just, if you could just try to show up. And again, why I tell you to get that shit out the fucking way is the best way to do it. You don't let 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock hit you and you didn't accomplish something. You didn't do something you said you were going to do. If you do that, you have all the rest of the day to play. You shouldn't, but at least you did something. I worked out, okay, this morning. I took my walk, okay? I fed my mind with some music, right? And some spiritual stuff on the phone, right? Short, but a little something, right? And so I done what I usually do anyway, right? Same shit, but in the morning I can't now, right now, I'm not gonna do nothing like that. I'm about to go get a brew. We just ate, and I'm about to chill now. So it's the same, we go through the same cycle every day. But did you do something within that day that was constructive, that needed to be done, that you should have done? You know you should have done it, and then the more it's a dig every day when you don't try to do something, get it over with. So you don't have to worry about it later, and you will feel better about yourself.
So how does someone actually take control of their life?
You have to take control of time. You're going to have to try to take control of the time that you're given, right? What time are you getting up? It's going to tell me a whole lot about you. What time you went to bed is going to tell me a whole lot about you. But the beauty of today is you don't really need that time like that, because you don't have to go places. They don't shut shit down. Everything is open 24/7 now. Because you got the phone, right? So everything is technically open 24/7 on the phone. You could be doing work at any given moment at night on your laptop.
Yeah, that is true.
So you could be trying to find a way to do something on your phone, make some money. But the conventional way you still need to exist in the conventional way of doing things. If you don't have no money, mind you, you're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. You got to go back to the drawing board. And drawing board in this society is you start out with a job, right? You got to start out, because I want your money to be coming in consistently, right? I want you to be getting money in consistently, 40-hour week. And again, from there, you're going to move to finding a trade or something like that. Going back to school to learn a trade. Because they ain't going nowhere. The trades are not going nowhere. Ain't nobody taking over the trades. No AI is taking over the trades. They're just not fucking doing it. I'm sorry. You could say robots going to be up there on the roof and all you want. No, they won't. No. That's not happening. So the trade or plumbing, he's not. No. Sorry, people. But yeah, the trade, and then you entrepreneur yourself from there. Because now you have something to go on. You're a plumber. You could buy 5 trucks, put all the plumbing equipment and all the tools in that plumber, teach somebody to do it and give them a truck, shit like that. Right? There's ways for us to make money the conventional way. You got to go back to the conventional way of doing things. If you want to make this life work, you're going to have to go back, and you got to stay consistent. You got to stay consistent. There's no other way.
Okay, so do you feel they need a full reset or just better decisions?
When you start out with the full reset, you're gonna see that it is a better decision. But the problem is, people are not on that. Today we're losing jobs here and there. People are getting laid off, can't find jobs. People can't find jobs because they don't speak Spanish in an English speaking country.
Yeah.
People can't find jobs because they're not looking for these type of jobs. Because trust me, there's always jobs, okay? But those jobs most people don't want to do. That's why we have the problems we do. You have other people can come in and don't mind doing those jobs, right?
Yeah.
And start to build from that. Because if you're starting from scratch, you're going to have to start from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? When I first came out on the scene of jobbing, I started from scratch. I started from squandering. My first check went to clothes. My first 230. I remember these checks, okay, people? I remember them well. 236.49. My first check. Working at the grocery store. That was about maybe 22 hours maybe that I had done that week. Blew it at the Gap. I went to the Gap and spent everything. Some jeans, 2 sweaters, some t-shirts. You understand what I'm saying? Gone. That money was gone. That first check was gone. So right there I'm starting off bad. Who's teaching me anything? No one. So I'm going to have to learn the hard way. And that's what usually happens. Nobody is going to be prepared. We don't even try to get prepared, bro. Everybody's in their own little world, twirling around in the trail mix, don't know who they want to be. A banana, a dry banana, a raisin one day. You don't know who you are. You just a whole bunch of fucking fruits and mixes and shit. All mixed up together. Don't know who the hell you going to be. But we end up being just average people.
So it starts with awareness, then discipline?
No, it starts with your parents, then awareness, then discipline. And your parents are not there. Your parents are not going to be there to save you, like I said. They're just not going to be there to save you because they didn't get shit. They didn't get no teachings. And then your parents' parents didn't get no teaching. And so far, I'm going back and nobody. We were brought up in a world that when at one point where we were really serious about our education and our hygiene and the way we were going to be start to get eroded along the way. Remember, all this way of being got eroded because they don't want to see one doing good. They don't want to see one next generation doing good. So they'll introduce everything to put a stop to it. They don't want to ever see you doing good. Not even your own family. You know. They don't really want to see you do good. They want you to stay in the same boat with them. And they know you are because they know you don't have the gusto. You'll talk about it. You say you're going to do this. You can say it all you want. What are you showing me, though? What are you showing me? You're not showing me nothing. I don't see no rags to wash that car. I don't see no tools to fix this car. I don't see no records on the internet that you're talking about. How come I don't see no, you know what I'm saying? I don't see no progress from you. It's all talk. Most of us are going to talk it through. I did it. You do it. I seen my brothers do it. I seen them try, but you know that vices are going to take over. They girl take over, and then life take over. And again, by now, when you finally figure it out, it's too fucking late. And now you're going to look back and it's okay. You look back and man, you know, I should have, man, bro, man, fuck that. When I had that, man, I could have, you know what I mean? Yeah. And bro, but fuck that, man. Way back when, man, I would have. So you go through the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And that's life. That is just life, though. Everybody falls into the shoulda, coulda, woulda. And then they lure you down and we say goodbye to your ass. That's life.
Damn. Yeah, that is life. So, if someone doesn't like their life right now, is it safe to say they played a role in building it?
Oh yeah, you get into the habits. You get into the habits of being lazy. You get into the habits of smoking all the time. You get into the habits of eating the wrong food. You get in the habits of not going to work at all. You just do it whenever you want to. You get into the habits of being with somebody you don't really like. You don't even want to be with. But you're going to make it work, right? We go through life just accepting people, because we are. We just some accepting people. We're not as mean as it has been made up to be, the men or the women. We're not that mean. We settle. We don't really understand. We just settle. You settled on your own. You didn't need to get with me to feel like you settled because of me. It's not because of me you settled. You settled because you wanted to settle. You settled. I'm settling with your crooked eye. You know what I'm saying? I'm settling with your 200-pound ass. I'm settling with your fucked up eyebrows. I seen a fine girl today, but her eyebrows was fucked up. Not my fault. I'm just saying. She just when I finally looked at her, like, maybe not. You know, maybe fucking not. I'm changing my course now because her eyebrows is fucked up.
Look surprised.
But she was fine. Yeah, surprising the motherfucker. So we you know, you accept. You're gonna settle. You just. I've said it before, and I'm gonna always say this. Your motherfucking ass is going to fucking settle. Okay. And it's just the way that it is. And there's nothing wrong with settling. There's nothing wrong with you have to settle with God. You have to settle.
So if you don't choose life, or if you didn't choose your life, you basically allowed it.
Yeah, we allow what happens to us. We really do. Again, we're lazy. We're fucking lazy. Humans are lazy, okay? We become lazy. In this region, I'm only talking about the people in the United States, in California then, if I want to shrink it. From what I see and what I've known, all the places I've been. We're just lazy. I used to go to Belize a lot, once a month at 1 year. I went every month because I could, right? I didn't need to, but I could, so I did it. Spoiled. Anyway, same thing. People are lazy. We just don't really do the stuff we know we're supposed to be doing. The youth is supposed to be having fun. The youth ain't thinking about work. The youth ain't thinking about him being 40, 50, 60. We just don't do it.
So this would be the final question. If someone wants a different life, what's the first real step they need to take?
To come into realization that they do need to take it. It's like an addict. He needs to know that, you know, something is wrong, and he's gonna have to first admit it and then go get help. You know, we've heard it forever that, you know, you need some fucking therapy, right? You hear that all the time. You need therapy. Therapy is not like most people are really thinking, like you're gonna go and sit down. No, ask questions. Start asking questions, because I did. I had asked questions when I was younger, and always tried to get some answers, because I didn't have any male figure to kind of help me along the way, or they would just come and tell me, that's not you. I know your mother's not raising you like that. That's not who you are, right? Because they knew the family, or they knew my character, and then they saw me acting out of character. So go and seek oneself, and then work on oneself. And you don't know what you might find. I'm just saying, you got to know that there's work that needs to be done. If you want to fix yourself, though, for the people out there who want to go and fix themselves, you got to go and do the work.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to leave the people before we check out?
Yeah, I'm gonna put myself out there again. I'm gonna go and do the work. I've gotten lazy in the way that I dress. I used to dress, right? I've gotten lazy in the way that I have my vehicle right now, right? I've just gotten lazy. I've gotten lazy where I've gotten comfortable then. So I don't know if now that I want to add a relationship, right? Like a person in my life. That's the one I've completely lagged off of. I've been single for a long time, and I mean single. You know, every time I need a little something, I know what the fuck to do, though. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna challenge myself, and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna seek someone. I'm gonna go and find someone, and I'm gonna introduce you guys to her. Okay? So you're gonna meet my significant other for a short time.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see what I can do.
All right, challenge accepted, then, brother. Challenge accepted.
Oh, you want to challenge me? See who gets? We got 3 months now.
Let's do
You
it.
get 3 months, because if you don't show me that you can get anything in 3 months or started it, I know you weren't serious.
Yeah.
So you got 3, and then that's a lot. That's really a lot. But I used to always find I used to always say, if you don't find a job in 3 months, you weren't looking.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't find a girl in 3 months, you weren't looking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you didn't find that treasure in 3 months, you weren't looking.
Oh shit, we got
So,
3 months to look, man.
3 months. It's gonna be easy for me. Well, now I have a barrier though against me, and it's age. It's this gray face that I have now.
A lot of women.
You know,
like
so
older
I know a
men,
lot
though.
of women like
They be
older
liking
men,
that salt and pepper.
but for what I'm looking for, remember, I always went for the creme de la creme. I didn't just go for just whatever.
Creme de la creme like them old too.
Yeah, I know they do, but I'm just saying it's still a thing that I'm gonna have to contend with. You know, and until I get over it, until I get into the grind again, and then from there, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I want to see if the skills, because I always relied on the skills. It wasn't necessarily the look. It wasn't the look that It helps. It helps. Trust me, it helps a lot. But I always wanted to more rely on the skills that I've acquired along the way, and that will prove to me that damn. Yeah, you still got it, old bruh. You know, the O-N. I'm an old nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nigga.
So y'all have a good one, man.
All right, you guys.
All right now.
All right. You don't end up somewhere by accident. You get there by decisions or by avoiding them. So if you want a different life, you're going to have to choose it. That's Brahamid Speaks. We'll be back. If you like what we were talking about today, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the content. All right, guys. We're out.
Yeah. Yeah. The world is yours, nigga. Every day is a win, nigga. Even when you lose, it's a lesson.